friends, here we are, me, Mama.
Okay, so Sheridan and I will be reading today The Diary of Anne Frank. Tuesday, 15 June 1943. Dearest Kitty, heaps of things have happened, but I often think I am boring you with my dreary chit chat and that you just as soon have fewer letters. So I'll keep the news brief. Mr. Voscojo wasn't operated for his ulcer after all. Once the doctors had him on the operating table and opened him up, they saw that he had cancer. It was in such an advanced stage that an operation was pointless. So you can see that in the circumstances of war, being locked inside the house, a person is having cancer to the last stage. How scary that is, isn't it?
And you can't go outside.
You can't go outside. It was in such an advanced stage that the operation was pointless, so they stitched him up again, kept him in the hospital for 3 weeks, fed him well, and sent him back home. But they made an unforgivable error. They told the poor man exactly what was in store for him. He can't work anymore, and he's just sitting at home surrounded by his 8 children, brooding about his approaching death. I feel very sorry for him and hate not being able to go out. Otherwise, I'd visit him as often as I could and help take his mind off matters. Now, the good man can no longer let us know what's being said and done in the warehouse, which is a disaster for us. Mr. Voscogill was our greatest source of help and support when it came to safety measures. We miss him very much. Next month, it's our turn to hand over our radio to the authorities. Mr. Kleinman has a small set hidden in his home that he's giving us to replace our beautiful Philips. It's a pity we have to turn in our big one, but when you're in hiding, you can't afford to bring the authorities down on your heads. Of course, we'll put the baby radio upstairs. What's a clandestine radio when there are already clandestine Jews and clandestine money? All of the country people are trying to get hold of an old radio that they can hand over instead of their morale booster. It's true, as the reports from the outside grow worse and worse. The radio, with its wondrous voice, helps us not to lose heart and to keep telling ourselves, cheer up, keep your spirits high, things are bound to get better. So in those times, they didn't have televisions, they didn't have mobile phones, the internet. So radio was something which was, that kept them connected.
The old radios.
Yes, in those times, radios kept them connected just like the internet keeps us connected these days. The cell phones, for example, these days.
What did the radio help them?
They heard different voices, different programs about what was happening. They got the news through the radio. So radio was something which connected them to the outside world in those times, just like the pandemic these days. We have the internet, we have the television, we have the cell phones which keep us connected.
There was no day and night for them.
There was no
Day and night for them. Because, of course, there was dark over there and they have to hide somewhere so they can't go.
Yeah, it was very difficult for them. So this is all for today. Yours, Anne. I hope you enjoyed today's session. Take care. Bye-bye.